Welcome back everyone to Mount and Blade Warband as the Faith Militant, and we're currently at the siege of Ashmark. This is a pretty impressive castle, and I think this is going to be a fun siege. We have quite a few men with us. We have the King's party, as you can see right here, yes, with his Valyrian steel sword Blackfire slung across his back. We've got the King's Guard Sir Brynden with his new sword Orphan Maker that I've been wielding for a while, and then we've got Sir Marlon, and of course the Lord Commander Sir Jonathan with his new sword Nightfall. We'll just stop for a while. I want to have a look at that sword properly. Alright, well, he won't show it. He won't show it. Ah, there we go. We can get a proper look. Very good. Now, currently, we are laying siege to Ashmark. As I said, this is a northern stronghold. I was thinking about going after Sarsfield first, which is held by the Ironborn, but it requires siege towers, so I felt like going after this castle first. So far, our men, I'm sending in my men first. They will kind of clear the walls, and hopefully we'll be able to, well, to get onto the walls as well. But there's some 324 men. As I said, we've got the king here, we've got my father Sir Kevan, as well as a few other lords, Branston, Kui, and I think Corbin Barhaman as well, all joining in. So we've got about 500 men, and they, or maybe even more than that, and they got 300. So I'm pretty sure we'll win, but we also need, well, I hope we're not going to take too much casualties or too many casualties, because I mean to take over more castles after this as well. As you can see, it's very slow to get onto the top of the wall, so I will cut away, and we'll be back as soon as we can get into the action ourselves. So me and the King's Guard have made it onto the top of the walls, and we're now in the courtyard, actually, because, well, just as we made it to the top of the walls, our men basically all died. And, yeah, look at this black fire striking at our enemies. As you can see, I've taken a little bit of damage from the various, well, from the various archers that have been fighting. And I'm trying to hold back a little bit here and let my men fight. Ooh, someone went down. Oh, Sir Brynden and Sir Jonathan already. Ooh, this could be bad. God. It's the King and Sir Marlon that have survived so far. Alright, there's more men coming. God damn it. Alright, well, basically, I've been in the courtyard because this is the only place where we're safe from the archer fire, and it takes very long for a man to actually make it onto the top of the walls because the, yeah, well, it takes very long time to get up this ladder. Alright, good. But you are dealt with swiftly. I think a few of the reinforcements always make their way here. Don't go up there yet. Did the king go down? Oh, the king went down as well, so it's just Sir Marlon and me now. Okay, well, Sir Marlon, that means you have to protect me, because I'm a bit afraid. But I think our archers are fine. Well, our men have finally arrived, which is good. Oh, I just don't want to take that wound. Alright, I think it's safe to get out of the courtyard. Our men have arrived, and there is this huge archer nest. There's so many archers, and when you slowly make your way on the walls here, they just quickly spawn and destroy you. What I will do now is I will actually put my, well, I have only 2 crossbowmen, but we'll put them closer as well, just so that they can maybe help out our fighting force there. Just maybe shoot at the enemies for a little bit. And yeah, as I said, it takes very long to actually get up here, and then once you're here, you get peppered. You just get peppered with arrows. So I will see if I can do a little bit of damage as well, but likely we're not going to be able to do much. So all the fighting we had was the little bit we had in the courtyard, although maybe this peasant I can deal with. Yeah. Alright, Marlon, please. Oh, we've got reinforcements. Marlon, please follow me. I need someone to protect me, because we're not doing all too well. My shield is almost broken, and, well, I mean, I don't want to take that wound necessarily. Alright, but this peasant, I should be able to deal with the peasant, right? Alright, that wasn't too difficult. I see, in fact, we might actually be able to help out. I don't know. We'll have to see. Seems like we might still get a little bit of action, although it's basically just slaughtering peasants at this point. Something I obviously dislike. Maybe I can take this guy. Alright, very good. This seems to be where they spawn, but I think we just killed every last one of them. Very good. Alright. Wow, it was close though. I may have almost taken another wound, but I didn't, and that's the most important thing. Anyways, let's get out of here. We have not really taken many casualties, a few wounds, but that's not too bad. Our allies have taken, wow, our allies have taken quite a lot of wounds. Oops. But yeah, we've destroyed the entire garrison, and let's have a quick look. Septon, Warband, 18 kills. Septon tier, 5 kills, very good. So Vlad only 3, not really all that good. Marlon with 4, Corbin Barhammer with 1, and the Lord Commander as well. Yeah, where's the King? The King got 5 kills as well. Yeah. Alright, well, I think Sir Brendan still needs to get used to his new Valyrian Steel Sword, as well as the Lord Commander, of course. But that's okay. They have plenty of time, because we'll have a lot more battles and sieges in this episode. So yeah, I'll take a few prisoners. And, ooh, there's an Unsullied. Look at that. You know, I'll actually put the Unsullied as member of the King's Guard. And I'll hire him. There you go. And then, yeah, I'll pick a few more men, and we'll move on to the next castle. So I've decided to besiege the Crag, where a lot of the Riverlords are holding out. And I gotta tell you, this siege is the massacre. If we have a look at the wounds and kills, we have lost, personally, 120 men, 40 dead and 88 wounded. And our allies have lost 340 men to wounds and 160 dead. Whereas the enemies, only 230 died and 27 were wounded. They've only got like, I think like 300 men in the garrison, not even. If these are truly the last 30 men they have. So this is just, it's so incredibly difficult to fight castles with this layout, where you basically, you go onto the top of the walls and you have to immediately fight. It's so difficult to fight this against the Ironborn and the Riverlords. I really want to be done with this faction, because they're just incredibly difficult to fight. The only good thing about the Riverlords, or the thing that's better about them in comparison to the Ironborn, is that they don't kill as many troops. They wound them for the most part, but still, it's ridiculous. So yeah, archers are probably almost out of arrows, so I think I'm gonna send up our infantry and our knights right after. If this is truly the last 25 of them, I guess I can send out the King's Guard as well. They have not really been involved because there was no point. They would have just been slaughtered, like our other forces. So I'm sending them up now because hopefully that will be, hopefully they're going to be able to clean them up. We'll have to see. So yeah, it's Marlon and the King holding back. With the other, I've put the Unsullied as part of the King's Guard as well. Hopefully that is useful. I don't know, and I think maybe the archers will send in as well, just because. Oh my god, it's so terrible. This siege is just, and look, it continues. It continues. Oh my god. So yeah, they've got 19 men left. Will we do it? Will we be able to do it? I think we're almost running out of men here. I'm not sure how many we really have left. So I can't tell if we're actually able to do this. But Sir Brendan is just fighting like a beast with his new Valyrian Steel Sword there. Okay, that's amazing. Look at Sir Brendan go! Holy hell! Wow, that's great. That's great to see. Maybe I can get on there as well. Reinforcements have arrived. Well, great. And that was it. That was it. This is how far we've made it. This is how far we've made it. We've never been able to get in here or anything. And this is, I've not had a single impact in this siege. Oh my god. But we took it with heavy casualties. Oh my god. Yeah. 43 dead. Now we lost 13 knights. Oh, well, we lost a lot more knights, but 13 of those knights. And our allies, obviously, just incredible. It's insane. Insane. But there were a lot of lords in here. Let me see. Septon's here getting 6 kills. Septon Eddard with 3. So Vlad with 3. Brendan with 6. Just going up there in the end. Titus Blackwood, Melvin Sarsfield with 10 kills. He was really good. Defending the walls, obviously. He was on the enemy side. The King got 2 kills as well. And Sir Lancel got 1. Oh, I got 1 kill? I don't even remember that. Anyway. I think that was... Oh, I know what that was. There was one person standing outside the gates. So yeah, I could kill him. Right, 1 lord escaped, another one. Are you kidding me? All 4 lords escaping. This is freaking frustrating. Alright, well, we're going to take the knight captive. And this knight as well. Yeah. And now, in the meantime, because this obviously was a siege tower castle, we lost Ashmark again. But I think we're going to be able to take that back relatively easily. All right, take you all captive. I'll take a few more men, and that should fill up our army a little bit. So we just defeated a Dothraki sworn to the Riverlords on the way to Ashmark, and boy, that was necessary. He actually captured Lord Branston Cooey, and we were able to, well, free him. But the good thing is he also captured a lot of Branston's forces, so I can now put them into my own army and really fill up our forces. That's necessary. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Oh my god, this is amazing. A few knights, mounted sergeants, 24 dismounted squires. I'm not sure if they're really good fighters, but at the very least, I will be able to put them into the garrison of the castles. So yeah, this is great. In fact, yeah, I can barely hold them all. Very nice, very nice. Whew. All right, that was actually pretty necessary. We'll take a few of you captive as well, and we'll move on. Anything in particular? No, this ARAC, yeah, no, this is particularly useful. All right, so we'll just move on. But yeah, our forces. Look at this. We've got various men without any fighting forces left. So we need to protect them. But I'm gonna make my way to Ashmark right now, because one thing that we might be able to do is convince the garrison that they should just surrender. Now, Baelish is probably gonna get destroyed. He's got no one ready to fight, and he's leaving us. So yeah, well, that's what you gotta do. And here's what I will do. I'll talk to the castle commander, and I'll tell him that please, just surrender. No, you idiots. Alright, fine. The fool doesn't want to surrender, therefore we're gonna have to storm it, but it shouldn't be too difficult. It's only 22 men. So I managed to take Ashmark relatively easily. It wasn't too difficult to storm the castles with only 20 men in there. And now I've made my way back to Hull, because we had to recruit a few forces. I actually took a detour through the Vale to recruit some men, and then I sailed from Goldtown. And I'm back here because we have a new lord that has decided to pledge himself to us, Lord Orton Merryweather. And yeah, we'll have a quick look at him. We have already good relations. That's not too bad. Okay, he has a renown of 661. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I think I'm going to accept him. Yeah, I don't see why not. So he's been indicted for treason by the Reach. So I suppose he thinks that Aemon is a better king than Renly. And of course, we would be honored to have him. And I think I will immediately give him some fiefs as well. I think I'm going to make him Lord of the Crag. I forgot what village is assigned to it, but I'm just going to make him, yeah, Lord of the Crag for now. And we'll see. That angered quite a few people. Sir Edgar Buckwell's very unhappy, but I gotta say, Sir Edgar Buckwell, the Lord of Raventree Hall, isn't very useful, to be quite honest, because he's been sitting in there basically the entire time. He's never actually moved out of his castle. So, I don't know. If he's gonna leave us, that would be very frustrating, but anyway, yeah, that's all I wanted to do for now. I also need to, I think I already put a few prisoners back here. Yeah, I've managed to capture Lord Captain Victorian Greyjoy and a few others, but my father, Kevin Lannister, has been taken captive as well. So I need to talk to the High Sparrow again. We need to once again, exchange some prisoners. I would like to, where's that? Exchange prisoners, there you go. I think I'm going to exchange a prisoner. I think I'm going to give Balon Greyjoy his son. I want my father, and therefore I'm going to give him his son, Theon Greyjoy. There you go, for Sir Kevan Lannister. Yep, and I will send Septon Ben. Last time he did a really good job, so I'll do that once again. Yes, and then apparently I have other people that can be exchanged as well. Edmure Tully, Aegon Targaryen, Benford Tallheart of the Free Folk can be exchanged for Salon Lodge. Okay, let's go ahead and do that as well. I think to the north, I think I'm going to send Septon Eddard for that. Yeah, for that job. There you go, because he's from the north. Probably the best. Alright, I'll send you. Yes. And then who else have we got? Any other prisoners we can exchange? Because to us, these lords mean a lot more. Edmure Tully. Benford Tallheart, hasn't he already been exchanged? I suppose. A few Riverlander lords. Okay, what about if I release Sir Lord Terence Canning? Okay, he cannot be exchanged. Alright, that's all for now then. Alright, good. I think that's good enough. We'll leave here. I could recruit a few more Driftmark Spearmen. Alright, well, it's only 2, but that's fine. And I have called for a new campaign. Hopefully a few lords will join us. As you can see, yeah, I have a few Vale Spearmen and mostly archers, though. That's what I've been going after for the most part, because I have left a few archers in Tumbleton there. Okay, so I think we want to make our way. Next castle would be either the Bane Fort. Sarsfield requires siege tower, so I don't really want to take that one, but I really want to destroy the Riverlord, so I think that's where I'm going to head next. Alright guys, so we've made our way to Feast Fires. Now the reason I want to attack this castle is because it's the last remaining siege tower castle in this region. Fair Castle, Case, and the Bane Fort all only require ladders. And so, as well as Lannisport. So, Sarsfield and Feastfires are the only castles here that require siege towers. But Sarsfield, you know, the Ironborn, even if we take over these castles, the Ironborn will not be defeated. But if we take over Fair Castle and Feastfires, the Riverlords will be without any holdings. And if we take over Case, the Northerners will have only 2 holdings left. Moat Caelan here, as well as Deepwood Motte. And that means all of their lords will be far away from our lands, and the Wildlings will have to deal with them, which is good. That's going to give us a little bit of time to breathe. Now, of course, I have sent various members of our Council of the Most Devout to exchange prisoners, but that failed. Both our prisoner exchanges failed for 2 different reasons. First of all, Sir Benford Tulhard that I wanted to exchange for Sir Lorch, he escaped before this deal could go through. So Septon and Eddard somehow let him escape, unfortunately. I mean, he's not to blame. He didn't do it on purpose, but so that didn't work. And I must say, the mod or the game, you know, they're very unrealistic at various things, but in this particular case, they're incredibly realistic. Balon Greyjoy simply did not want to change Theon for Sir Kevan. Sir Kevan is way more important to us. You know, remember, he's my father, and maybe even more importantly, he's bringing always some 200 men to our campaign, and he's always been joining us. Whereas Theon is kind of useless, and Balon simply refused to take his son, and I think that's really, really funny, and obviously it fits quite well to Balon. At least I think so. Anyway, so that means we did not get our father back. I did manage to capture another lord, Sir Edwin Frey and Lyman Goodbrook. Those are river lords, though. And yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Our current army morale isn't really good because our king has actually been wounded in a recent battle, and this is something I want to talk about. You see him here. This is the king's party, but you can see that it says Sir Jasper Rivers, and I've mentioned this before. The reason it actually says Sir Jasper Rivers is because it's actually Sir Jasper Rivers here and not King Aemon. King Aemon is back in King's Landing. He's being treated by the High Sparrow and some of our best healers, except for Ben and Unella, because we need them. And yeah, the king is seriously injured, and in order to heighten the morale of our men, we have Sir Jasper dress up as the king. He looks very much like the king. We'll talk about his backstory a little bit later, but he basically acts as the king. The Council of the Most Devout, the Small Council, and the King's Guard are all in on this, but the commoners, most of the lords, and our soldiers, they don't know. They don't know how deeply wounded the king is, and they shouldn't know, because if they do, that could look like weakness. It could mean that Aemon dies, and to be fair, Aemon does not have a kid yet. He hasn't even married, and if he dies, well, who are we gonna follow, right? We don't know, and we don't want that to happen, because that means some of our new lords might decide to actually switch allegiance to Renly or to Aegon, or perhaps even to, Balon Greyjoy. It's possible. So we definitely need to act as if Aemon is all alive and well, and therefore we have Sir Jasper dress up as him. Now, out of roleplay here, I must say that this is a bug that I hopefully fixes itself. I'm not sure, but until it fixes itself, this is the explanation. So Jasper is simply dressed up as Aemon. So yeah, I think we won't be able to conquer all of these castles in this episode, and therefore I'm going to lay siege to Feast Fires. We'll build the siege towers, and at the beginning of the next episode, we will come back, hopefully on the top of the walls of Feastfires, about to take this castle. It doesn't have too many defenders, so it should go relatively easy. And then we'll move on to Fair Castle or Case, take this out, and yeah, then the Riverlands shall be defeated. Anyways, though, that was the end of this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.